to create a bogeyman where you could lump all sorts of carcinomas effects on the body together under one banner, one marketing banner. He called it all cancer. Till then, cancer had just been one of the 12 parts of the zodiac. Well, welcome to my life in panoramic view. I've chosen to use a wide angle so that you can see the depth of the mess that's on my desk, and the things that I've got in front of me. This is just going to be a quickie to explain the situation that the channel's focus is going to be changing. It's still going to be very DIY and budget based, but the focus of the channel is going to be about me striving for better health. I've actually been pretty unwell for the last 2 years, 2.5 years. Took me a while to pin things down. Initially, it was a feeling of tiredness and run-downness, and I put it down to other things, environmental effects, whatever was going round at the time. But in hindsight, they were all early warning systems. What started this little scenario off was last Thursday, 6 days ago now. I woke up with a terrific pain in my chest, and I thought it was a heart attack because, hey, I'm the same age as old people now. Got to start thinking of these things. So I got up, which was difficult, moved around gingerly, spent 2 or 3 hours deciding what was the right thing to do, and then as the pain hadn't subsided and I couldn't decide what it might be, I jumped in the car and drove very carefully in zero traffic level 1 kilometre down the road to the local St John's ambulance depot, where they plugged me into their machinery and told me that my heart and my lungs and my circulatory system were all in fine shape. So that gave me the confidence to drive myself to the local hospital, which is 40 kilometres away. They wanted to take me, but I declined because it would have cost me a $400 taxi ride home again. So I drove myself, got there real early in the morning. I think I arrived at 6:30, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to be first in line, and I knew that the people who operate the expensive machinery wouldn't be working through the night. They'll arrive and do a day shift. So I still waited for 4 hours till I was seen by a doctor, but she took the initiative to get me scanned. So they put me through a CT scanner, scanned my entire torso, and found a few anomalies. And then during the rest of the day, or 3 days, they worked on various tests. I spent a lot of time in a room by myself sleeping, and having you people chatting with me after I'd made a community post was a real boost. I did need the company, and it was nice to hear in your thoughts I hadn't made dumb decisions, that I was doing the right thing by being dubious and holding off on things, even though it's a bit of a catch-22 situation that I should have involved myself in this 2.5 years earlier. But after being let down by the medical system, I was just thinking that it was general rundownness. And yeah, started out as general rundownness. But if you don't clear the toxins, they build up. Now, I've learned an awful lot about the lymphatic system, and I'm going to be working on some videos in the future to let you know what I'm going through. In no way am I trying to pass on advice to anybody. I don't want to pretend that I'm a medical professional. I'm somebody who has suddenly become very concerned for their own health. And now I'm doing whatever I can to find the best treatment that will be affordable and effective. So I'm going to be very, very busy with this. As I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of DIY. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'd love you to follow the journey, and I'll share with you the things that I find out. I'm not going to make any recommendations about what you should do with your health. I just want to let you know what I'm doing with my health. This is a story, it's not advice. I'm going to be very careful to say that because the algorithms are listening, and simply because of the way I presented my recent colloidal silver videos, where I did actually give advice under the disclaimer that this is not advice and I shouldn't be doing it. So I've got to be very careful because the AI is pretty damn clever. So if you're going to become a watcher of these videos, we'll develop a bit of a code between us. We'll know what I'm talking about when I say certain things that actually probably don't make sense to somebody who's watching it for the first time. It's going to be a bit of fun. Now, there's going to be all sorts of different facets to this. I know that even though I'm saying that I'm going to do this all by myself, there's going to be really clever people who will pop out of the woodwork and offer their help. And I'll take that with open arms. Open arms. These people will come, I know. But one of the first things that I want to let you know about is that if you're going to Google things and they're remotely controversial, if you use the search engine that I just mentioned, you won't get all aspects of the story. You'll get the narrative that they want to push. They've got advertisers to keep happy. And they want to see you shopping with those advertisers. And one of those advertisers, of course, is the pharmaceutical medical industry. Very, very important. So they're in business. They've got to do what they do to make the money to keep their investors happy. So, of course, I'm using another search engine. I'm not even going to mention the name of the other search engine, except that if you have all your ducks in a row, you'll find this search engine, and it's ducking good. So duck over and have a look and see if you can find anything that would be a better search engine than the one I mentioned initially. Because this search engine that I just mentioned, the ducking good one, told me all about a Stanford University study that's ongoing at the moment. It's into its 4th year, I believe, and the other search engine wouldn't tell me about it at all. Couldn't find any information on it. And that was because it's a little bit controversial, because they're studying the effectiveness of a veterinary product on humans. It's very worthy of study. It's already been studied by a lot of other people, but this is the first mainstream look into it. They have to be very, very thorough, but already other researchers have found that one of these veterinary products is actually highly effective against certain ailments that are around at the moment. I'm not even going to mention which ones they are, but early on, you would have heard the ex and future president of the United States talking about horse pills as treatment for something. Well, I heard that more than once, so I followed up on it. And it turns out that the research is there. The studies are being done. There's also lots and lots of empirical evidence that you can find if you just use the correct search engine. So now that I've clued you up with how to find the right information, the next videos are going to be about what I actually found. What things are worthy of my time and my investment, because now that I can't work, I can't earn any money to buy anything. I'm relying on my own ability to heal myself. So follow me, please, in the next upcoming videos where I share what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll see a bit of a lift in my general demeanour, because at the moment I'm getting about 3 to 4 hours sleep a night. It's very broken. I'm sore all the time. Certainly not able to do the things around here that need to be done. And I've found myself in the situation where I'm here by myself. And so that's going to be a little bit of a concern. But these videos aren't going to be doom and gloom. If there's any time when I'm off colour and not up to it, well then you won't be getting a video. But when I've got some good news to share, the videos will be here, and hopefully over a short period of time you're going to see a lift in my general health. I'll be back with another video in a couple of days as soon as stuff has arrived that I've already ordered and paid for. These are herbal remedies which are going to help my body to rebuild itself and just improve my general health so that I can fight this. And I'm going to start on a course of those and we'll see how they go. But alongside that, I'm going to be trying the veterinary product. Yeah, I've ordered some, it's on its way. I think it'll be here tomorrow, maybe even this afternoon. And so I'll do a day-by-day update on what effect this veterinary product is having on my health. And by that time, they say only 4 days can make quite a difference. So there'll be 4 quick videos of that, and then I'll knit those together and give you a synopsis at the end. And by that time, my herbs should have arrived, and I can explain what I'm going to do with these 4 very powerful cleansing herbs that have been used for hundreds and hundreds of years by various civilizations around the planet. So stay strong, and you'll see me in the next video.